Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to my channel. This is Brad with Being Chill. Today we're going to be talking about the just announced Apple event, which is going to be taking place on November 10th. And that is supposed to be the long-awaited Apple Silicon event where they will debut the new Apple Silicon Mac lineup. And I'm going to tell you all the leaks that we know about it so far and what we can expect to see there. Now, before we get into that, I do want to ask if you're not already to please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every week, Monday through Friday. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe and click that bell, and you can stay up to date on all the latest tech news with me. Now let's get into it. So the reason we know we're getting Macs at this event is because if you go on your iPhone, not your iPad, I've already tried, but on your iPhone, if you go to Apple's website and scroll down to where it says Apple event and click on that, you can open up a little AR Easter egg on your phone where you can point your camera and a little Apple logo will show up wherever you pointed it, and it's going to be opening and closing very similar to a MacBook lid with colors coming out of the sides of it like you would see a MacBook in the dark. So this pretty much guarantees we're going to have some sort of MacBook at this event, and Love to Dream, a very reliable leaker who I tend to trust, is saying that we will get two 13-inch Macs at this event, which is very interesting because pretty much all of the rumors have pointed to the fact we will be getting an updated MacBook Air, so I assume that will be one of the 13-inch MacBooks, but we don't know if the other 13-inch MacBook is going to be a MacBook Pro, and if it is, whether it's going to come with Apple Silicon or an Intel chip inside of it. Now, another leaker, Mark Gurman, has stated that we will be seeing the updated MacBook Air, as well as a updated 13-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro with Apple Silicon, but this is just really way out of left field, and nobody was expecting the 16-inch MacBook Pro with Apple Silicon to be releasing yet, and I would tend to err on the side of caution with this one because I think that the Pro devices are going to be some of the last to receive the Apple Silicon, especially with Apple saying they will continue releasing Intel chips for up to 2 years from now. The reason why I don't think we're going to see MacBook Pros with Apple Silicon launch at this event is mainly because the Pro users who are going to be buying these are going to be the ones running the x86 and x64 applications more than likely, and will be forced to use the Rosetta 2 translation environment, which Apple will provide. However, I think Apple is going to want to iron out all the bugs and kinks of that software before they try to market this device to more Pro users. Seeing as how the 13-inch MacBook Pro just received a refresh back in May of this year, and the 16-inch MacBook Pro also received a small refresh in the form of a new graphics card option, the 5600M, we should expect that Apple will not be updating these models so soon at this November event. However, it is not completely out of the ordinary for Apple to do this, so there's a small piece of doubt in the back of my mind that says we could see these being released with the Intel chips most likely, but there is a small chance they could have the Apple Silicon as well. Now moving on, I do believe there are rumors circulating that a 14-inch MacBook Pro should be coming out sometime in the next year or so, and if that is true, like the 16-inch did with the 15-inch, the 14-inch MacBook Pro auto removed the 13-inch MacBook Pro from the lineup as well. Now this would beg the question, what are the two 13-inch MacBooks that we're supposed to see at this event be then? And I believe that obviously one is going to be the 13-inch MacBook Air, which so many people have been talking about, and the second one could either be an update to the older 12-inch MacBook lineup, or it could even be a new MacBook Air with cellular as an option. And if it's neither of those, it's likely going to be a MacBook Pro 13-inch update like Mark Gurman and Love to Dream have implied. I do think that we will see a 13-inch MacBook Pro and maybe even the 16-inch as well launch sometime next year in March of 2021, along the supposed release of the iPad Pro 5th generation, which is supposed to pack mini LED as well as the A14X processor, both of which I think could find their way into the MacBook Pro lineup. Now for this November event, I do think we are going to see some sort of desktop Mac emerge as well, and that could likely be the Mac Mini, since the developer transition kit that was provided to developers was a Mac Mini with the A12Z chip inside of it, so it would be very easy for them to make the Mac Mini for this as well. And I do think that this will be an entry point for a lot of people, as they're supposed to be reducing the price of the Mac Mini to be more affordable, and this makes sense to me because it's always been kind of overpriced for what it is. And this will allow people to spend a little bit of money to try out the Mac Mini with the A14 chip inside of it and see if the Apple Silicon is worth the trade-offs of getting rid of the Intel chips. Now, we also could see an update to the iMac. There have been rumors for a long time stating that a 24-inch iMac is going to be coming. So if that is coming, it could be happening now. But some rumors do point to the fact that it might not be coming till next year. Now, I don't think we're going to be seeing an update to the 27-inch iMac because it was just refreshed very recently, and I don't think that they're going to be doing that when they could be doing the smaller one first, especially because many of the benefits of the Apple Silicon is going to be the smaller form factor and efficiency that can be had whenever you use the Apple Silicon chips instead of the Intel ones. Now, AirTags are kind of a toss-up possibility for this event, but being that they named the event One More Thing, it seems unlikely that they would include the AirTags because that would be kind of ironic since that would be more than one thing in their One More Thing event. Now, AirPods Studio, I'd say there's almost no possibility of them happening. The leaks have all pointed to the fact that they are not in the point of production, which people thought they were, and they likely won't be releasing till sometime next year, especially in light of the recent AirPods Pros issues that a lot of people have been having. I don't think they want to release something too quickly and have more product defects that are going to make them look bad. Nevertheless, the past couple Apple events have left some people disappointed and underwhelmed, so my advice to you is to don't get overhyped and don't expect too much from this event, and be pleasantly surprised if they do release something that you weren't expecting them to. Now, a lot of the leaks that have been coming out are exciting, but I wouldn't trust many of them, mainly because it is known that Apple has been purposely sending out false rumors lately, and a lot of the big leakers have been having issues with credibility. So nothing is really known, and if somebody says they know for sure something is happening, they really don't, because Apple has been doing a decent job of keeping everything under tight wraps. Now, all this is not to say that this event won't be exciting. The Apple Silicon Macs that we've all been waiting for will finally be debuted at this November event, and a lot of people are excited to see and get their hands on them so we can actually test them and see if they live up to all the promises that we've been hoping for, like better battery life, increased efficiency, better power, thinner, lighter form factors, better cooling, lower prices, and much, much more. So I'm very excited to see what happens. However, I don't want to say for certain that something is or isn't coming, because the truth is nobody knows at this point. I'm going to wrap it up there, but make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this content, and make sure you let me know down in the comments whether or not you think we're going to see all this stuff at this upcoming event, what you're excited to see, what you don't expect to see, and what you think of all the leaked news that has been coming out about all this Apple stuff in the past couple months. And once again, I upload new videos every week, Monday through Friday. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe and click that bell, and you can stay up to date on all the latest tech news with me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!